So class, originally I was going to make this like a judge type of video to where we were going to judge Kyubey based off of his crimes that he did in the anime. But the more I look back at it, truly speaking, I don't think my man has did anything wrong. So in today's video, we're just going to make this a quick case close type of video, because I shit you not, Kyubey is not the main offender of this. And I'm going to be going over who is actually the main culprit to even why Madoka and her friend into gaslighting them and manipulating them to even go down this route. But you guys already know we have to give the context to what I'm talking about. But before we get into that, remember, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're close to 1K. So to start off this video, I'm just gonna have to just throw the cold water on your guys' faces and just outright just say that Kyubey did not do anything wrong throughout this entire anime. Truly, like, looking back at it from the first anime and throughout the entire series, all my man did was pretty much just tell them the exact facts that they were looking for. My man answered every one of their questions truthfully with no malicious intent.
What is a witch anyway? Are they different from magical girls?
If magical girls are said to be born from wishes, then witches are creatures born from curses.
How come the grief seed didn't pop out this time?
It wasn't a witch. It was a familiar acting without its master.
Be happy.
If you became a magical girl, there's no doubt you'd be much more powerful than Mami.
Huh?
It's true. Although a lot of it depends on the kind of wish you make.
And even the first time that we see Kyubey, my man did not even like demand to like make this contract with them. He pretty much said, I would like to make a contract with you guys, but you guys have that option to say no.
I want you to make contracts with me and become magical girls.
The option to say no was always still on the table, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure he also said, it's fine that you guys say no, I will just move on and find somebody else.
I understand what you're thinking. It's a shame, but I can't force you, can I? Goodbye then. I'm off to search for other girls who have a greater need to make a contract with me.
Like, in that clip, I did not even hear not a hint of manipulation. Like, this man didn't hit the, well, I guess if you guys don't want to do it. Like, he didn't say nothing. He literally was just like, well, if you don't want to do it, then bye. Like, I don't get what people are talking about. Like, hands down, if it's anybody's fault that the shit happened to them, it was literally everybody else, because they were not asking the right questions at the right time. Like, when they first learned about the soul gems, why didn't they ask, like, you know, oh, like, what happens if we lose the soul gem? Or what would happen if the soul gem breaks? Or something. Like, you would ask more questions than the simple two you asked at that moment. Because as stated by Mume, and yes, for people that's probably new watching this video, I'm calling her Mume because, I mean, to be honest, do I really have to explain this again? Old me, take over. I'm calling her Mume because the actual pronunciation to her name is Mami, and I'm not going to be over here having people think that I'm weird calling her Mami when her name is actually spelt like that, so I'm calling her Mume. But she pretty much outright told them, yo, if you sign this contract, you are risking your life. I risk my life every day going into those labyrinths, so if you guys really want to make this contract, just know you're putting your life on the line.
Yes, I risk my life. That's why the two of you should think carefully before you decide.
And to second that, before even getting into that conversation, Kyubey also explained, saying that, yeah, when you make this contract, I put your soul into a soul gem. Post commentary Nexus here, he did not say I, okay? I just want to clarify that. Kyubey did not say I will put your soul into a soul gem. He just said that your soul will get put into the gem.
In exchange for that wish, your soul gem is created.
And then later throughout the anime, when Madoka threw Sayaka's gem off the bridge, everybody started crashing out on Kyubey talking about some, oh, why didn't you tell us this? You lied, you did X, Y, and Z. And this clip is going to forever lay an infamy inside my head to where Kyubey literally said,
Why wouldn't you tell us something like that?
Because you never asked.
Cause you just didn't ask. If you would have just asked this man anything, he would have answered it. So how the hell is this manipulation? How is this tying everything into Kyubey? All because you guys couldn't think of the questions and then you reap the consequences. Now you getting mad at Kyubey because he didn't answer or read your mind about a question?
It never fails. Whenever I tell you humans the simple facts, you always react the same way. It makes no sense at all.
Oh God!
How the hell does this work? But Nexus, Madoka and her friends are like young. They don't really know what the hell they're talking about or know what they're doing. See, I'm kind of glad you brought that up because I like to make fair comparisons when it comes to like, you know, stuff like this. So I'm going to compare Madoka's situation to a whole other group of people's situation that is arguably worse than what the hell they're going through. And that is the kids from Promised Neverland. Because they literally had to follow the motto of lock in or lock out. Because if they did not lock in, then we're all gonna die. So guess what? They ended up locking in, making all these smart decisions just so they can escape. And guess what they end up doing? Escaping. Using nothing but straight knowledge and their wits to get about. So you're trying to tell me these kids that are younger than Madoka, they made better decisions than the whole entire group from Madoka Magica? To be honest, this is coming from an anime to where they got manipulated and gaslit damn near half of their whole entire life. And all they had to do in Madoka was just ask possibly 2 simple questions and it would have got the answers. No manipulation, no lying, no deceit. He would have literally just answered it truthfully because that's what he's been doing the entire anime. I don't care what nobody says, Kyubey did not do nothing wrong. And now we're going to get onto the biggest offender out of this entire anime. Everything that everybody has ever said about Kyubey, about manipulating, gaslighting, everything to the 9 yards, okay, can go towards this character. And that character is Mami herself. Now, stick with me for a second. Because she did one thing that single-handedly changed the entire course of everything. And that was literally taking them into the battlefield.
I know it's a tough decision, but maybe if you went on a few witch hunts with me, it'll help you decide.
Like, why would you do that? Nah, like, deadass. Like, what the hell was going through your head? If you were just, like, you know, the good person that they were saying you were, why would you take them into an active battlefield to see how it is? You should just outright tell them, nah, bro, do not do this. This is not for the faint of heart. Under no circumstances you should be taking this contract with this cat. Something! You should have said something, but no, you just decide to bring them along? Like, throughout the entirety that you were showing them this, something could have went wrong and somebody could have died. And it would have been on your hands. Then what? Then what you would have done? Like, you were genuinely manipulating them to be like, yeah, guys, look how fun this is. Look how cool I look. This is fun, right? Like, you were doing all of this crap, manipulating them to be like, yeah, you guys should take this wish. Like, bro, I see you. I see what you're thinking. Kyubey was not doing anything of the sort. Because throughout the entirety of you showing them this entire, like, old course of everything, he was dead quiet. He was just watching. He was observing. You had the whole floor to tell them, guys, do not do this. Under any circumstances, do not do this. This is highly dangerous. Do not do this unless you really want to do this. I had no choice to do this. So I'm giving you guys the choice to not do this. You could have said anything if you were the good person that they say you were.
You know that maze-like place you were in today? That was a labyrinth.
Actually, you are both in a lot of danger. If a human ever wanders into one, they seldom make it out alive.
Is that what you do? You fight these horrible creatures, Mommy?
Yes, I risk my life. That's why the 2 of you should think carefully before you decide. Kyubey chose you and offered a rare chance. It's true he'll grant whatever wish you can think of. But remember, death is part of that deal. I know it's a tough decision, But maybe if you went on a few witch hunts with me, it'll help you decide. If a human ever wanders into one, they seldom make it out alive.
Hey yo, what the fuck? But no, you still decided to bring them along, tag them along to this whole expedition to show them just how it is. If anybody is the main manipulator out of this entire anime, it had to be yo ass. You know, to be honest with you, I'm glad you died, because if you would have actually continued on with this, you would have had them fuck up their entire, like, life. You are the main offender of this entire anime. I'm glad you got taken out in the beginning. I'm glad that happened, because then they actually had the decision and the foresight to be like, you know what, maybe we shouldn't do this. But to be honest, in the end, we already seen the anime, folks, okay? We already seen it. Like, multiple different timelines, timey-wimey stuff, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to get into that. And I also kind of want to get on Homura, but I really kind of can't get on her because she was doing her best, okay? She went through a whole bunch of shit, okay? I don't want to get on her, okay? She can get the free pass. All I could really say is, I do not know why the hell weren't you just honest and just told Madoka, yo, do not make a contract with that cat. Get rid of it, throw it away, do anything but talk to that cat. You should have said anything else. You should have scared her away from it or something other than, like, you know, being cryptic. But like I said, I'm giving you the free pass right now. The main top manipulator in this entire anime had to be Mume. But hey, that's just a theory. A film theory. Oh my god. Bro, I miss Matt Pat, bro. I miss my goat. But truly speaking, like, asking myself this question, would I take this deal with Kyubey and get one free wish in regards of just, you know, my life being on the line 24/7? Hell yeah! Hell yeah! Give me that wish, bro. Give me that wish. You damn right I'm doing that shit. I'm doing that shit without hesitation. And like, am I part of the problem? Yes, I never said I wasn't a part of the problem. But you damn right I'm taking that wish. What do I look like? Stupid? But all in all, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that I was spitting in this video? Do you guys think that, like, I was right? Do you also believe that Kyubey did not do nothing wrong in this anime? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you think that I'm wrong, and you think that I was just yapping, and Kyubey is still the main manipulator out of this entire anime, also leave that in the comments. But while you're down there, if you guys enjoyed the video, hey, subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're close to 1K. But with that being said, there's no bell, so get out.